In the land of the sunshine and sea, where the rhythm of reggae set.
Hey, thanks for listening to my videos. I just had another critical thought and I must share. And this one is about corruption. Yes, because if I'm talking about Jamaican culture and I've not touched on corruption, then I have a problem. It means I'm not being true to myself, right? So I have to give you that one. Yes, this one is going to be touching on corruption. You ask the average Jamaican today, how many of them have driven for their license without paying money? Just ask the person next to you or ask your neighbor, ask someone else who you're meeting up tomorrow or anyone. Did you really, did you really drive for your license? Or although you drive, you still had to give some money. The average Jamaican, I'm not going to say including myself, I'm not going to be at this point in time, but the average Jamaican always have to give something back in order to get a service. And let me tell you this, we have always said, Jamaica too corrupt. You go in that line and all of a sudden, a man who has a brown skin complexion like you get through. It's possible because Jamaicans are like that. I've gone to the airport where I've seen individuals in the line to declare being taken out because of the color of their skin. This was a white woman. And I'm standing there waiting like anyone else, and I'm not getting through because they have put me into the line to declare when I have nothing to declare. So, of course, they pulled this woman out because of her color. Of course, she was the only white person. That's why I'm making the assumption. And they did not know her. Yes. So for those who might be questioning that, I've seen it so many times. Yeah. Pulled me off before I go on the plane to England 2008. And I'm asking the guy, why are you not searching the white people? No, that's the reality of it. No, they took this woman out. And you know what the woman said? I have to stay in this line because I have something to declare. So what I'm saying is, there are little things and little favors and little biases in Jamaica. And sometimes you go somewhere GPS. You want to get through, you know someone, fine. You get through quickly. And at the bank, it's the same thing. And sometimes you have to squeeze a little money here and there. No, you say Jamaica is like that. It's corrupt. You have to get this done. Tax office, here and there. You have to know someone. Level of corruption. But let me tell you this. You pay sometimes to get through. But let me tell you this one. There's a new sort of thought that I'm having. Yes, you're paying and we're saying Jamaica is corrupt. And United States and other countries are saying we're the most corrupt place. But from a cultural and critical perspective, let me ask you, you're going through an airport. Have you ever seen people moving quickly in front of you? Or someone escorting them through? Or are they going to say pre-check? Yes. How do you think they got that service? Yes, just like anyone else who can pay and can afford it, they have paid. So therefore, their level of service, when we talk about corruption, we might have said at this point in time, yeah, it's corrupt because you have to pay, but not formalize the corruption to an extent, right? So therefore, if you have something they call clear, you can practically fast track everyone who is in that line to go through, and you can be at the top just by paying your money. TSA, pre-checked, you can do the same and be the first instead of going into that long line if you can afford it and you go through. So they have formalized that sort of stuff, right? You can have your money, so therefore you can bribe your way, figurative speaking, in a formal way by paying money for extra service. Because that's what the bribery is for me, right? It might be undocumented, and that makes it somewhat illegal, but they have formalized it. You want the best seat in the aircraft? What do? You pay. If you knew someone before on the operation of the airline, you could do without that, and maybe you would pay the individual. No, they have formalized it. So what I'm saying is, when we think about corruption in various places, some are formalized and some are not. And that is why California now is passing a law that they want to ban clear. Yes, clear gives you easy access to TSA, so you move through the airport much faster. This decision is being made by California because California is saying that, listen, it is not right, it is not good. Why should someone step in front of another person because they have the ability to pay? So I'm back to the conversation. In Jamaica, you pay someone that is not not legally within the framework of the organization, but you pay to get that service. Here, they are formulated it in such a way that you pay to access a service in a formal way, and you go through everyone with your privileged self. It is not fair that I am able to pay for a service to jump the line in front of you. Which brings me to the point. Why do we have these sort of systems there? Because we have inefficiencies in our system. Because our lines are long, our services are not efficient, we have not digitized our stuff that we can have easy access to, and we have not educated the general population using technology, and we have not embraced the digital movement towards ensuring that our citizens are digitally competent to navigate these worlds. Hence, we have these long lines that you have to pay in Jamaica. So as we move forward and we see things moving again, you'll notice one thing. You're going to have more individuals accessing service because they can afford to pay for it or pay more. The airlines are no different. Today, if you're traveling on an airline, they have roughly 8 tiers of seating. And if you get the last tier, it means that you'll just be the last one. My position is corruption can be formalized, right? In such a way that you think that, yeah, you have to pay for this, you have to pay for that, because that's how things should be. No. And then if someone did it the other way, we'd say, you know what? That's a criminal offense. Can't have it both ways. But what America has taught me is that certain things that we say it's full of corruption in Jamaica, they formalized it. Yeah, that's a critical thought. Drop a line, let me know what you think about this, because I think as we journey together on the critical thought of culture, we have to understand that some things that we quarrel about in the United States, we have had to accept them in a formal way as being the order of the day. So therefore, what are your thoughts? Should we continue? Let me know what are your thoughts, because I want to know. Let me know what are your thoughts, because I remember the days when, you know what? You just got your boarding seat. Today, you have to pay for everything. And I remember when you could get your friends to give you an extra seat, pay them some money, of course, and they'll give you the best plane seat. No, the airlines control that. Well, it's extortion from both sides, right? That's my critical thought.
Us free, we reflect on the history that has been, to find the strength in the roots of our kin. In the melodies that softly sway, we find solace in words they say. For the past hold stories of joy and pain, lessons learned in the rhythm's reign. In the echoes of Bob and Peter's hush, the voices rise above the noise and the hush. They speak of love and revolution's call, a rhythm that unites and conquers all. The voices rise above the noise and the hush. They speak of love and revolution's call, a rhythm that unites and conquers all.